The HotelPlanner Tour rolls on from Denmark, where last week we saw Jonathan Goth Rasmussen seal a home victory at the Danish Golf Challenge. This week we've landed in the heart of Andalusia for the Challenge de Cadiz, a region steeped in culture, beauty, and fast becoming a key chapter in golf's European story. With its golden landscapes and deep golfing routes, Andalusia is the perfect stage for a country that continues to rise in the world of golf. Spain has produced some of the game's greats, and this week we speak to Adrián Aus, one of the players helping to carry that legacy forward.
So actually, when I was last time here is a long time ago, 15 years ago, I think 2010. Yeah, it was good memories. It was the Under-21 Spanish tournament. I was quite young, 15 years old, and finished third, just behind Sebastian Garcia and John Ram, who won it. And I remember the last 2 days, all three of us playing together. You know, as I said, being quite young, it was such a good experience to get our names up there. And as I say, I really enjoyed that.
Along with Garcia and Ram, Adri had a wealth of Spanish golfing heroes to look up to and was fortunate to meet one of the very best.
I think Sebi put the path for us back then. I got the privilege to meet him when I was 9 years old and take a picture with him. And then obviously having Olazabal and Sergio being in the major scene, that always made it a lot of fun for us Spaniards to want to dream big. The Spanish Federation has always been by my side since an early age, competing in the amateur level, but also in the pro level. At the beginning, I felt like that support was needed, and they were there, and they still are for many other golfers, which is really nice and very much appreciated in order to, you know, not only get the economical support, only to get the opportunities. So in my case, was crucial in order to feel, you know, quite safe to start my career, and definitely a really good thing to have on our side.
7 years ago, Arnaus finished second on the Road to Mallorca rankings in his debut year on the HotelPlanner Tour, thanks mainly to his breakthrough victory at the season finale.
The grand final in 2018, after a very solid year, to be able to finish that way also showed me that you know, I was ready to be competing with in a bigger league, and then on DP World had some close calls, but finally I was able to knock the door off in my hometown with all the family and friends in PGA Catalunya. So yeah, all those moments I'm gonna cherish forever. Very grateful to have been able to play with some of the majors around the world, in the US and also the British Open a few times. So all those, I'm really looking forward to be able to play again in the future.
With just one top 10 finish this year, Adri was hoping to kickstart his season here in Andalusia, especially with a home support that includes his mother.
Yeah, fantastic. You know, she's been my #1 supporter since day one, and now having her here, it's very special. No, actually, I have some good memories as well from 2010 when my dad and my mom were here. So yeah, it's good memories, and 15 years later we're gonna repeat. And as far as the game, also it's trending. I feel like this year I've been quite consistent, playing most of the weekends and close to the lead, but yeah, still need to polish a couple of things in order to be able to feel like I'm there every week. But yeah, this week it's a good time to do it.
Thursday afternoon, and Arnaus will be paired with Callum Fife, the Scotsman fresh off a runner-up spot last week in Denmark, and Italian Renato Paratore, who is eyeing up a third win of the year. It's been a slightly frustrating year to date for Arnaus. Just 2 missed cuts all season, But paired with that, just one top 10, he was looking for some positive early vibes on home soil. Unfortunately, it wasn't the start he was looking for, with back-to-back bogeys early on, 2 over through 4 holes. But with mum in support, Arnaus dipped into the red for the first time, thanks to this approach at the 5th hole. Before picking up another birdie at the par 5 8th. A drop shot at 9 saw the 30-year-old go out in 37, 1 over par. 3 pars followed before some Spanish flair from the bunker at the par 5 13th. One of those that could have gone in or could have raced by. Parity restored though, back to level par. The next hole yielded yet another gain. Under par for the first time, and things were looking up. Unfortunately for Arnaus, an untidy finish, dropping 2 shots in the last 3 holes that saw him fall back to 1 over par, and with work to be done on Friday, just the right time for a motherly hug.
I mean, I thought I played quite all right, but today, obviously, finishing over par, could happen, but I felt like I played better. So overall, I would say happy with how I played, maybe not so much with the result.
One player who would have been more than happy with their play was fellow countryman Quim Vidal. Just 1 bogey in a round of 65 saw the man 6th in the rankings take a 1-shot lead into day 2. Friday morning at the Challenge de Cadiz, and for Arnaus, the sole focus was to get under par and make the weekend. Starting at the 10th hole, a bogey 5 made the task that much harder for Arnaus. Time to dig deep. For the second day running, the 13th proved lucky for Arnaus. A superb approach to the par 5 was followed by a simple 2-putt birdie as he cancelled out the earlier drop shot. Another bogey on 15 was soon followed with a 3rd of the day at the 1st. But then Arnaus clicked into gear with gains at the 2nd, 4th and 5th holes, level par for the week and trending in the right direction. A further shot was picked up at his 17th, 1 under, playing the last, but facing a challenging putt to save par. But showing true grit and determination, Arnaus finished in style, a round of 70 under par for the tournament and cut made.
It's been a quite exhausting week, traveling all the way from Denmark. Last week was intense. So all I tried to do is just keep swinging as good as I could, keep rolling my lines on the putter, and also trying to enjoy it, really. Like, we're in a nice place, the wind's blowing, but still, you know, like, you get some holes by the sea, and trying to see the positive side sometimes helps me, which wasn't easy at the beginning, I have to say, but yeah, we hung in there, me and my caddies, I said, and yeah, we were able to turn it around, which I'm very pleased and looking forward to more birdies in the weekend. What can I say? I mean, very tough up and down on the last, and I'm super happy to see that the putt from the fringe go in, because at this point I'm not sure if 1 under or even par will be the cut, but probably 1 under I'm safe now, so happy.
At the top of the leaderboard heading into Saturday, 2 players had broken away from the pack. Frenchman Oyan Guillamungi, 23rd on the rankings, followed up an opening 67 with a 68 to end the day at 9 under par. He would go into the weekend 1 shot behind round 1 leader Quim Vidal. The Spaniard amassed an impressive 13 birdies over his opening 36 holes and would end the day with a one-shot advantage. Coming up, we join Sebastian Garcia and his wife at a beachside spot where they sample some of Andalusia's finest dishes. And we find out who comes out on top at the Challenge de Cadiz. Welcome back to Andalusia for event 11 of 29 on the HotelPlanner Tour schedule, the Challenge de Cadiz. A region with so much to offer, including some of the best golfing destinations. And that's where our focus is this week, with the Iberostar Real Golf Novo Sancti Petri playing host. And at the midway mark of the tournament, it was Queen Vidal who was leading the way, ahead of Ouyang Guiamungi. With 5 Spanish players in the top 10, it was looking good for the first homegrown winner of the event since Pep Angles in 2020. For moving day developments in Andalusia, let's head over to Josh Antman for the best of the action.
Leader after days 1 and 2, Quinn Vidal, found himself in trouble early on Saturday. A lost ball up the tree for the Spaniard would lead to a double bogey 7 on the par 5 second hole, a moment he wouldn't recover from as he posted a 5 over 77, which included 3 double bogeys. Fellow Spaniard Victor Pastor was having a much better day than Vidal in Cadiz. He had birdies on 2, 3 and 4 and made it 4 in a row after this approach into the par 4 5th hole. Top 15 3 weeks ago at the Challenge de España and going along well again here. Ouyang Guiamungi started the day in second place on his own, but a bogey on the first hole set him back. However, he came back with this birdie on the 4th. Just 20 years old, Guiamungi, looking to follow in the footsteps of Martin Coover, who's doing so well on the DP World Tour after graduating. Mario Galeano Aguilar was having a fantastic week in Cadiz. This approach at the 5th would lead to his 3rd birdie of the day. And he would card a round of 70 to be just 3 back with 18 holes to play. Basking in the Spanish sunshine, and so too was Sweden's Hugo Townsend. He was having a fine day on the course, hitting some form with the top 20 last week in Denmark. And he continued that here. Decent shot there into 11. And it would be a bogey-free 66 and a tie for second heading into Sunday. South African Justin Walters, for years on the DP World Tour, was enjoying his time in Spain. Lovely bunker shot there. Out in 31 on Saturday, and he did pick up another one there. A 67 for Walters, looking to fight his way back onto the DP World Tour. There were plenty of Spaniards going well in Cadiz, none more so than Rocco Repetto Taylor, a relative unknown on the HotelPlanner Tour. It's a real mixed bag for the first 3 days, but plenty of birdies. One coming here at 9, be a 69 for Repetto Taylor and a share of second with 1 round to play. Big hitting Josh Grenville-Wood hadn't had a top 25 all season, but found something in Cadiz. Showed he had a touch on the green too. This birdie at 15 led to a 71. Good comeback after an over-par round on Thursday. But they were all chasing Victor Pastor. 8 birdies on Saturday, but this was a crucial par save on the last. He would sign for a 66 and a 2-shot lead, looking for his first HotelPlanner Tour title.
I was pretty confident with my game. I've been hitting really good all week, putting really solid. So it was just play go, try to do my best. That's it.
So Victor Pastor would take a 2-shot lead into the final round as he looked to capture his first HotelPlanner Tour title. But with just 5 shots covering the top 20 players, there was still a long way to go. As well as its historic charm and golden landscapes, Andalusia serves up a rich taste of local culture. Now off the course, we join Sebastian Garcia and his wife Monica at a local chiringuito for a taste of the region's finest dishes.
For me, it's my second home, Andalusia, because I play a lot there and I like it.
Look at this, it's beautiful. The sea, these views, the Hotel Iberostar is crazy, the rooms is lovely. And I think for me, the best one in Spain is the food and the golf course. Really good, because a couple of months I stayed in China, I stayed in Turkey, stayed in Dubai, stayed in Australia. My last few months is travel a lot.
It looks amazing, to be honest. I think it's one of my favorite food.
Monica is very important for me in my life because 4 years ago I lost my father and 3 years ago I lost my mom, and I have only one family. It's my wife. I like it to travel with my wife because I rent normally one house and I cook in every night. I stay in the sofa. I take the film. So similar is stay home. And okay, and the travel with Dubai is very easy with the from Spain. And okay, Monica, you have for me 2 weeks in Dubai, Abu Dhabi. To Cadiz? No. Yes, why not?
No, but to be honest, because I don't know anything about golf, I have to be honest. But she told me, yeah, you have like this.
Yeah, the small one.
No, ¿cómo se llama? The trolley. I was like, okay, I come with you, and I just was with the trolley. And we were speaking like normal. I mean, he didn't do any different.
Yeah,
he works hard every week, and I was like, okay, I come with you. And this week is like, Monica, what do you have to do something at the office? I mean, I have to work, and of course I can come also with you.
Monica first took on caddying duties in the Middle East in April, and it was at the Abu Dhabi Challenge where Garcia produced the best finish of his season, tied for second place, a shot behind Renato Paratore.
And Monica brings good luck.
Yeah,
Let's see this week.
it's good luck, but not all in the goal, in the luck.
Nice.
A perfect match, both on and off the course. Now to the business end, and to see how the final day of the Challenge de Cadiz would unfold, it's time once again to hand over to Josh Atten.
Mondegui started the day in a share of second spot. He made this putt on the third, but it was a tough day for the Frenchman. 7 bogeys led to a 77 and a finish just outside the top 20. American Nick Carlson had a good couple of results early in the season, but not lots to shout about since. But the man from Hamilton, Michigan had a very consistent week in Spain. This on 11 led to one of 4 birdies on the day, and it will be a top 5 finish for Carlson. Quiet first 2 days for Northern Ireland's Dermot McElroy. He finished strong over the weekend. He matched Saturday 67 with another on Sunday. Lovely touch there at 11. His best result this season and good signs for the week ahead. What news of the overnight leader? Well, it was a quiet day for Pastor. 1 birdie and 1 bogey when he got to the 8th, but rolled that one in there and put him in the red on the day. And at this point, a 1-shot lead for the Spaniard. Playing in the final group with Pastor was fellow compatriot Repetto Taylor, out in 1 under, which included a bogey-eagle bogey start from the first, but he really got things going. On the back 9, this pickup on 11 was a sign of things to come. The home crowds would have been pleased with the wave of Spaniards on the leaderboard. Carlos Pigem got in on the action on Sunday. This lovely shot into 14 led to a birdie, and it was his 5th in a run of 7 holes and a top 5 finish for Pigem. Making up the final 3-ball was Hugo Townsend, and he was looking to spoil the party in Cadiz. It was a faultless display from the Swede. This is 4th birdie of the day, and took him into a 1-shot lead and piling the pressure on the Spaniards. 4 pars in a row for Pastor after that birdie at the 8th. He had a great chance on the par 5 13th, but a cruel lip out. Failed to convert. He just couldn't get anything going on Sunday. And in fact, he parred his final 10 holes. Plenty of waves out on the water on Sunday, and there were waves of birdies for Repetto Taylor. After his birdie on 11, he picked up another at 13. Produced this lovely approach into 14, and things were looking good for the 22-year-old. Mainly playing on the Alps Tour this year with the win coming in March, Repetto Taylor was smelling that winning feeling once again. He birdied 16 and then made this crucial birdie putt on the 71st hole to tie the lead. Amazing stuff from Repetto Taylor. And that lead was shared at this point with Hugo Townsend. Swede had bogeyed 15 and then made this error on 17. That was for par to drop another. He would also bogey the final hole to finish in a tie for third. So it would be a one-shot lead for Repetto Taylor going into the final hole. Just the par was needed for the Spaniard. Plenty of fans out in force watching the drama unfold, and he had this 20-foot putt for par for the title. An incredible finish from Rocco Repetto Taylor, and what a week for the 22-year-old Spaniard in just his second HotelPlanner Tour event. He is the champion at the Challenge de Cadiz.
So a look at the final standings, and day one leader Quim Vidal's Sunday 68 helped him to a tie for 7th place. He was one of 4 home players to make the top 10, with Victor Pastor narrowly missing out to Rocco Repetto Taylor.
I was pretty nervous off the first tee, so I had a little rocky start with a couple bogeys there. And then slowly, like the putter was starting to flow a little bit. I felt I was close to making some putts. And then on the back nine, they just started dropping and make some birdies, so I was pretty happy.
And what's the plan now?
I have no idea. I was playing on Alps Tour, and I was focused on that for the rest of the season, so I have to talk to my coach and my parents and see kind of where we go from here. I'm very new. This is my first made cut on HotelPlanner Tour, so and my first win, so that's pretty cool.
Two-time winners Daniel Van Tonder and Renato Paratore remain at the top of the Road to Mallorca rankings. Quim Vidal climbs 2 places to number 4, whilst David Law moves up 3 places to 10th. Our winner, Rocco Repetto Taylor, rises a massive 203 places to 14th. Victor Pastor made big strides into 16th spot, and Stefano Mazzoli rounds off the top 20. And that's a wrap on the Challenge de Cadiz as we end our stay in Andalusia. Congratulations go to our latest winner, Rocco Repetto Taylor. Up next, the HotelPlanner Tour travels to Lucerne for the Swiss Challenge, where Ewan Walker will defend his title. So join us next time as the pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour continues.